They didn't bring in Ty Montgomery until after they were 4-6 and decided to really focus on him, or as most people knew him, number 88, because nobody knew who Ty Montgomery was before he took over as running back there. It clearly was an issue there, and Aaron Rodgers has pointed it out. We need an identity early on. If people think that Aaron Rodgers needs an entire preseason to get into a rhythm, or any time at all, really, to get into a rhythm, I don't think they've really watched this guy play. He's a natural.
Frank Isola.
This is all about risk-reward because obviously if he's not getting reps in games and in practice, it's going to hurt him early on. But that's the thing. He's the quarterback, the most important position on the field. You can't have him out there in these meaningless preseason games. And out of all the sports, nothing is more meaningless than the NFL preseason. So I understand. I think it does affect him early on, but I condone the fact that they're absolutely sitting him. It's a smart thing to do.
Plaschke.
Yeah, he's played 16 games each of the last 3 years, his most consecutive durable streak. Keep him like that. He shouldn't play at all in the preseason. There's nothing he can learn that he can't learn while wearing a red jersey on the practice field. I think this is ridiculous. Also, it's great that a UCLA player, Brett Hundley, gets behind center and gets to get a few reps.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Why is that so great?
Sarah Spain.
If I was listening correctly, the question wasn't whether we think it's good for him to play or not. It's whether we actually believe him when he says
Right.
that it
How
doesn't
do you
matter whether
consider
he plays
the
or
reps
not. And I think it's very difficult to separate the time that Ty Montgomery was at running back from, you can't separate that from the beginning of the season, right? If we knew what that would have looked like with Ty Montgomery already at running back, then we could say for sure that they were rusty. But since he says our identity wasn't there yet, we didn't figure it out till later, we have to believe him, right? And so while I agree with them, yeah, it's not worth the risk for him to play, and yeah, we don't need him to play. If the question is whether they would be better if he did, probably a little bit. But when Jordy Nelson goes down with an ACL injury in 2015 in a preseason game, that's your deciding factor about whether he needs to play or not. You'd rather start a little slow and hope your identity finds itself than get hurt.
Israel, something to add?
Sometimes you find these things out by accident, though, Sarah. Sometimes you have injuries that just forces you to go a different way. Maybe they went more spread, and Aaron Rodgers said, hey, that's it. It doesn't really matter what our personnel is right now. We can work this way. And so sometimes it just happens that way, and it did, and they recovered, and now, maybe they don't start off this slow.
And Plaschke, any other LA references?
Aaron Rodgers twist an ankle during a preseason game. We're on this show discussing why is he playing in the preseason game.
Yeah, well, you got
That's
the
all I'm
UCLA kid. He could step right in, Bill.
there you go.
The most
Good.
stunning
West Coast
thing in that
Frank.
segment, that Plaschke worked in an LA reference. All
You
right.
don't have college football in New York, do you, Frank?
That's true, Bill. That's true. Eat it, Isola. We're taking a break right here. Buy or sells next.
Around the Horn is brought to you by 8.